Hi there, and welcome to Live for Five, the streaming series from lifelessonsforbusiness.com. I'm here because I want to share my experience because I want to help you succeed with your new business. I appreciate you watching, and I hope that this information will be helpful to you in your entrepreneurship journey. Have a little problem here. Let me fix this. There we go. So generally, we all consider optimism to be a good thing, right? But when starting a new business, optimism can be dangerous if it's not tempered with a dose of reality. If you're too optimistic about your new business idea, it can cause you to skip the steps that are absolutely critical, steps that can actually determine whether your new business will succeed or fail. So let's talk about how being too optimistic can lead you astray and how you can avoid this pitfall. When someone with an idea and the desire to start their own business finally decides to actually take the leap and start the business, there's usually a tipping point or some situation that drives them to make that decision to jump in. And many times the seed for this tipping point is planted when they share their business idea with someone, and the response they get back is, "Wow, that's a great idea." And then the wannabe entrepreneur is going to hear that, and immediately it becomes part of their own inner dialogue, and that supports their idea and adds to the optimism. And they start to become optimistic that they really could start their own business with this idea. And this scenario is usually repeated when they talk to friends and family and coworkers, and every time they get a positive response, it drives their optimism even higher. Unfortunately, many entrepreneurs become overly optimistic and it clouds their judgment. They become convinced that they could actually have a great idea that just can't miss. So, their optimism that their new business can't fail is going to drive them to move forward before they make the effort to actually do the market research and gather the input from potential customers that is required to truly validate their new business idea. While optimism is generally a valuable trait for entrepreneurs, optimism without a certain level of pessimism can become a fatal flaw because too much optimism will drive you to make bad decisions. A 2018 study conducted by researchers at the London School of Economics found that people that are overly optimistic are more likely than others to start ill conceived businesses that are doomed to fail. This over optimism can become one of the motivating factors that drive these people to go all in on their on this idea without taking that critical step to get direct input from the actual target market for their new business idea. And that is the critical first step, is validating with actual customers. The friends, family, and coworkers that tell you that you got a great idea most likely don't fit the profile of your actual potential customers, and their input is always biased anyway. Their opinions and input really has no value. Input from anyone other than potential customers should not influence your decision in any way. To ensure the success of any new business, it must be validated by individuals who are actually in the target market for the business. And if you become overly optimistic and determined not to conduct that market research, you're gambling that your new business will succeed, and the odds are not in your favor. This is one of the most common pitfalls for entrepreneurs, especially those who are optimists. Bottom line is you cannot think they will buy. You have to know they will buy. You must conduct effective market research in order to validate your potential customers' interest in buying what you are selling. This is the only way that you can be confident when it comes time to launch your new business idea and product into the marketplace. Then it will have a chance of success because of all the hard work you put into making sure it meets an actual need for the individuals in your target market, and that those individuals are willing to pay for your solution to their needs. So I want to thank you for watching today. I'm live for five every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. On the next Live for Five, I want to talk about how I approach setting up partnerships. And I've got a small favor to ask. If you know anybody that's starting a business or even thinking about starting a business, please share this video with them. Help me help them. That's all for today. Hasta mañana.